Not only will I explain it to everybody else, but you also. Alright, so we got our batteries all lined up, and our next thing is the battery management system. And we have our 6 or 7 wires coming out of here. On each one, the very positive and the very negative at the top and the positive here at the bottom should correspond to one of these wires, but we want to put an extra wire on there so we can individually charge each battery, and that's what we got going on here, right? We got one, and this one comes over to here, so he's a shared wire between these two. This one is shared between these two, so I can use this wire and this wire to charge this battery. And over here we've done the same thing. So we also need another wire over here on this guy so that we have that option. Because our one wire is busted in here. Now on all these, when you get them and you're starting to test them like these guys, we want to make sure that we actually have a real connection, because our meter is not always going to be truthful. We might not have a real connection, but we know if we get a light bulb lighting like that, that we do have a good connection. So, and as I march up the row, the light bulb's going to light brighter. And green is about as high as we can, or maybe orange is as high as we can go. That's our 12 volts. So now we'd have to take this and put him back down on a lower one and keep on going to make sure that we not only are we reading real voltage, but we actually have a real good connection. So somewhere, like we just did the green, so if I take the orange, snip him, put this guy on there, and then I can keep on marching up the rows, checking everybody. Darn. Not so easy though. Now we can keep on going. So that was orange. So our next one is yellow, and we got a little light. And then we're going to be yellow, green, and then blue should be very bright. And there we go. So we know we got good connections. We just want to check that with something more than the meter. Then, here's our BMS wires. And this is what plugs into the BMS, and I want to have this one on the side in case I want to individually charge people. So we're starting with our black wires for our most negative, and he's going to go right up to that wire there. And then our second wire is going to solder on to our second of both of these. And that's going to solder on to our brown here. And then red. And we just march right on up the thing. And once we get to the very end here, our blue, this blue wire is this one. So that means it's also the black wire of over here. So we're going to skip this black wire on this one, because he is the same as the blue wire on this one, because they just, you know, they're jumper over. So we want to do that so that when we're finished, our voltages go right up from, 3.7 right on up to our whole 130 volts at the end of this. Every one will be one cell. And we want these two together, like I said before, so that we have this extra plug that I can hang out and get to if I need to charge somebody individually. There we go.